and today we're going to be drawing Raya from Raya and the Dragon. Let's get started.
We're going to start a little above halfway up our page, and we're just going to draw a slightly curved line from one side of the paper all the way over to the other side. Over here we're just going to come up and in. Over here, same thing. We're going to come up and in. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be perfect, just has to kind of stay thin. I'm going to bring it in a little further. Then right here I'm going to do a slightly curved line across. I'm going to do a diagonal up. Another diagonal up and in. Oh, it's got to be long. That one's got to be longer because they should get pretty close together. And then I'm going to draw a little W right there. Up here, I'm going to draw, again, diagonals. They're going to kind of go up a little higher, and they almost touch. And then I'm going to draw oval right at the top. Down here, on her hat, I'm going to start over here and just draw a line following along to the other side. And I'm going to do one more following along to the other side. Now right here, right underneath that center part, that's going to be where her face goes. So on this side, probably about where these lines meet, you can come straight down. And I'm going to draw one side of an oval. Right here, I'm going to come down just a little ways, about this far, and I'm going to draw a line that goes almost straight sideways, just slightly down. Above that, I'm going to draw half of an oval that comes in and meets up with that line right there. About halfway across this line, I'm going to draw part of a circle coming down. In this corner, I'm going to draw an actual circle. And I'm going to color in the bigger part of it, the big part around that circle. Now up above it, up by the hat, I want to follow this line here. I'm going to start just below the hat and curve up to touch the hat. From the point of that, I'm going to go almost straight up. It has a slight curve, so it looks like a little bit of a V. And I'm going to color that in because that's actually her eyebrow. There we go. Now I want a good sized gap between the eyes, so I'm going to put my finger there, and I want them to be pretty even. I'm just going to put a dot on the other side. There's my little dot. Now I'm going to draw a line. This one's going to be slightly curved up. It's not too long. From the top, I want it to kind of match this one. I'm going to come up and over. But notice it does stop. About halfway, I'm going to draw a curved line like a part of a circle. I'm going to put a circle inside, up in that corner, and I'm going to color the bigger section in. Up above it, same thing, I'm going to start just above it and a little ways in, And I'm going to draw a curved line so it follows this line. They're about the same. And it goes up to the hat. And it's going to come up and touch the hat as well. Again, that's an eyebrow. And she's got dark eyebrows, so we're going to color it in. Right here, we're going to draw a line coming down and in. From the bottom, I'm going to come back up because this is a strand of hair. Then from here, I actually want to start from the hat and come down touching that line and going past it. And my line is going to come in a little bit and then start to curve away. Now right down here, I want this to curve a little bit more over and up, so I'm just continuing it. I am going to leave a space, and I'm going to continue it up till it touches the hair. Just like that. Now just above this line, I want to leave a little space. I'm going to do a little curved line. It's curved upside down. Above that, I'm going to do a very wide U. It should touch or almost touch that line we just made. There we go. On this side, I'm going to do a diagonal coming up and in. Same thing on the other side. On top of that, I'm going to start right in the middle and have a curved line coming out to one side and a curved line coming out to the other. With a line right in the middle. Now the only thing she's missing right now is a nose. So what I'm going to do is start right underneath where this eyebrow ended. We don't want to be right in the center, so we're going to be just slightly off. And I'm just going to draw a little line coming straight down. I'm going to add a little curve on the bottom of it. And right where that ends, I want to draw a little C. Right above this side of the lips, I'm going to draw a dot. Then over on the other side of the lips, I'm going to draw another dot. Make that dot a little bigger, and I'm just going to drag it out a little bit on this side. Same thing on the other side. I'm going to make my dot a little bigger and then drag a little line out on this side. There we go, and that finishes up her face. Over on this side, I want to add a little hair coming in right by her eye again, and then coming back out. From there, I want to also have a hair coming down this way. And I'm going to follow it along, bringing it back up. Starting up at the hat, I'm going to add another piece of hair and bring it back up. Right underneath her chin, right here, I'm going to draw. This is going to be part of her jacket. So I'm going to follow her, where her chin curves, I'm going to follow that line and bring it down with a curve. I'm going to bring a long diagonal coming down. Down here, I'm going to curve it back just a little bit. Now over here on the other side of her jaw, I'm going to come down and curve it out. Right where it starts to curve out, I'm going to follow along and have another line that curves in. So it splits off, going two different directions. And this one right here, I'm going to have it curve so it kind of matches this one. They're kind of the same curve. Up here, I'm going to let this one continue, going almost completely sideways, maybe a little bit down, but mostly completely sideways. And then it starts to curve down a lot. Where it starts to curve down, I want to have another curved line that's going to come over and in. And up on this side, it's going to curve over, not quite touching that line. And this side's going to curve backwards and back in, just like that. Now this line we can go ahead and attach. It's just going to curve in and connect. From down here, I'm going to have a line curve out and attach at the top. This is the top of her arm. It can come down just a little bit. This section right here, we are going to go ahead and color that in. There we go. Let's go ahead and work on the other side. So over here, we're going to come down, curving out this way just a tiny bit before we change direction. We're going to turn directions and head this way, coming way out here, and then bringing it down. Now we want the shoulders to be pretty even. So this is about how high up this one should come. I'm going to start right next to this line, coming up almost straight with a little curve out. And I'm going to keep it coming out just a little bit. And I want to try to look to make sure the shoulders are pretty even. Then I'll curve it over. A little bit of a sharp turn there. I'm going to bring it in and up. Let's stop about there. And this piece of hair, I'm going to let it come over and down. Bring it back up, making sure it touches there. And comes back in. All right, now up here, not quite out to as far as the shoulder, but right here, I'm going to come up to the hat. And from the hat, we're going to have a curved line coming down. And I want to come up next to it, not quite touching the hat. I'm going to bring it down to meet up. So it looks like a little bit of a V. I'm going to continue it curving this way and down. Same thing, I'm going to start here, making almost a backward S. I'm going to do it again. And one more time right here at the bottom. Over on this side, same thing. I want to come out here, not quite as far as her shoulder. Bring it in just a little bit. Same thing I'm going to do coming out. But this time, I'm going to come not quite halfway in, just a tiny bit in, maybe a quarter. And I'm going to let the hair fly out to the side. Bring it back in just a little bit. Starting up above it, I'm going to do another one. Down. Curving a line back in. Starting in a little bit on the bottom. A longer line coming out. I'm going to curve this line up coming in. Coming inside just a little bit. I'm going to do a curved line this way now. Come up a little above it, do another one attaching. And one more attaching. Up here, these hairs right by her face, I want to go ahead and color those in black. And then down below it, I'm going to do a few more. One right there. I'll do two right there. Another little one on the bottom. And over on this side, we're going to have a few that come in. Right here along the neck. Now these ones look like hair, but they're actually the scarf that she wears coming down inside her shirt. So we're going to do a few more of those. And then down here, I'm going to have one long line that brings it across because the scarf crosses over. We just have a line over here and one there. And there we go. She should be all done.
Are you guys ready to see my final drawing? There it is. I think she turned out so awesome. I bet yours turned out great too. Hope you had as much fun as I did. I look forward to seeing you again soon for another How to Draw. Bye.